So let's go to the services and so let's go to the portal, GST Goods and Services Tax Portal, and look at the returns. Today we are going to understand the return which is called GSTR 2B or 2B in short. So we go to return dashboard and then we go to, we look into this site. The financial year is 2023-24 and the assessee has already filed the return for 2 quarters. So let's look at this return. So you can find the returns which are available. So we have already covered R1 return. Now today we are going to talk about 2A and 2B. Now 2A is both are auto-populated. 2A is a dynamic return which gets data from R1 return, and it's a dynamic return, so it gets updated constantly. Whereas 2B is a static return which is available, I believe, on every 12th of the month, and then you can just view and see, what all input credit which is available to you, basically as an assessee, which you can claim while making your payment. So you have to make payment only to the extent if you have a liability which is exceeding the input tax credit. So we can just view it. So this is this return is available. So here the assessee has got input credit available. If you can look at the input ITC available, it is supplies from unregistered persons. So from some supplies from registered persons. So it gives you all input tax credit which is available from supplies from registered persons. So you have a tax credit of 12,107 available to you, and then 41,000 as CGST and 41,000 as you know SGST. And there is also cess, which is which you have paid. Rather, I mean, when you have bought goods from your suppliers, so they have paid cess. Now, in this example, cess is payable on certain products like there's here the cess is buying cold drinks, so where the cess is chargeable. Now, this will be available to the assessee only if he's also raising bill for such kind of goods which attract cess. Otherwise, it will become the cost of the assessee. So in this statement, we can look at what all ITC credit which is available to you. Now, this figure gets auto-populated from the returns which are filed by your suppliers, the R1 return. So if you can see, it contains all the kind of credit which is available from you to you, and the first item, it says all input tax credit supplies from registered persons. Then inward supplies from ISD. That means all supplies which are coming, inward supplies, uh, and then inward supplies. Okay. So this is the credit which is available to you. Integrated tax. That means supplies made from the state of, outside the state of Haryana. Now, because this assessee is registered in Haryana, so any goods which is available when he buys goods from outside the state of Haryana, he will get integrated tax input credit for whatever purchases he's making. Subject to that, goods are taxable. Then whatever supplies he's having within the state of Haryana, he will be entitled for input tax credit for CGST, that is the SGST, and cess, which is 1028. So now we can just look at we can even download the data and have a complete detail. Okay, so so it will give all the information. So full details about from where you get are available for tax input tax credit. So input ITC available. So this is the summary which we just saw. The assessee will get 12,107 rupees as IGST, and CGST, central tax, and the state tax of 41,000 each, and cess of 1,028. So this is on, all B2B invoices. That means the suppliers, they are also registered, and so on that we are entitled for this credit. So then, we can just have a complete detail about B2B. So it will give you a detail about all the invoices, you know, giving details about, the GSTN number of the supplier, the name of the supplier, invoice number, and then invoice date and invoice value, then place of supply. In this case, all the supplies have been made in the state of Haryana, the rate of tax which you have paid on your bills from the suppliers, taxable value, then whether it's coming outside the state of Haryana or coming within the state of Haryana. So according to that, you will be entitled for input tax credit. So in this case, this first supply is coming from outside the state of Haryana, so he's entitled for IGST of 828. So likewise, so we can just go through the entire this thing. So you'll find all this information was auto-populated when the returns were filed by all your registered suppliers, and then you can just go down and see. So you can make a total of this. You can total, and you can find that the total number of invoices, which is 5,81,000 something. So you can spread this total everywhere and see. So now it will exactly match with whatever input credit which was available to you. So you can see 12,107, which was the IT integrated tax which you paid for the supplies which you got from outside the state of Haryana. This is your integrated. Then central sales, the central CGST and SGST and the cess. So we can just see the totals here. Okay, and so we can go right down and even extend the total to cess also here. So it is exactly matching with the input credit of 12,107. You can just see available here, 12,107. So the assessee is getting input tax credit for CGST and SGST of 41,000 each, which is also available here in the summarized form, and then cess of 1,028. So which is here basically. So that we have covered the 2B return. So in next video, we are going to cover the final return, which is filed on a monthly basis, which is called the 3B return.